If he played for Everton, you'd be saying he's close to perfection.
Yeah.
So you want me to just come here and be biased every week?
Be true to yourself, put him in the bin.
If he was world class, he starts every game. Dejan Kulusevski starts every game. Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to Tier Talk. I am Adam McKola. He is Rory Jennings, and we are back here today with Sports Direct to bring you another tier list from world class to getting in the bin. We will be ranking those young Premier League ballers. You ready for another one of these?
I'm ready, but I'm not too happy with our set.
Why?
Why is there a Tottenham scarf directly in my eye line?
Have you just not? Shall I get rid?
It feels provocative.
Shall I just get rid? No? Should we leave it?
No, I can live
We're
with
getting
you.
eyed up from the back over
Oh
there.
yeah, okay. We better not mess up with the set.
There's a few Spurs fans.
Should we get stuck into it then?
Let's get stuck in. Show us who we got first. Show the people at home.
Okay, at home we have Ryan Sessegnon, who is still exceptionally young.
Yeah.
How highly do you rate Sessegnon?
I rated him highly before he went to Spurs. I accidentally signed his brother on Football Manager once, and I was thinking, why ain't he playing well? And I realised it was his brother. But I rated him highly. He went to Spurs. He had a massive dip. Didn't really perform well. Mourinho, Nuno, all that. But I think Conte rescued him. So I'm still undecided.
Well, there isn't a better manager for a player like Sessegnon to play for. In terms of his attributes, in terms of what he's good at, and in terms of the way he likes to play the game, there isn't a manager out there that's going to be more conducive to bringing it out of him.
But he is very close to that kind of last chance saloon.
Yeah.
Not last chance saloon, but, you know, really fulfilling that potential.
Yes.
We're going to find out soon.
Also, at some point, we have to stop talking about potential with him because he's been about for donkeys.
Yeah. So what I'm feeling bottom 3 tiers here. He's not going to get in the bin.
No.
Not yet. So we're looking solid or relegation form. If this was a year ago, we're saying relegation form defo.
I think that he's a solid mid-table. For now.
Right, go on.
For now. We're not setting this in stone just yet, but we'll put him up here and see how we go with the others.
We need to kind of just gauge where we're at, don't we?
Yeah,
if
exactly.
He's the middle.
It's our feeler. It's the dart that you throw just as your sighter.
Yeah.
Right, who's next?
Oh. Young man.
Fábio.
Plays for Liverpool. Carvalho. Saw him a little bit this weekend. Was excellent for Fulham last season. Now he's at Liverpool. It's kind of an unknown, isn't it?
It's hard to make any judgment here.
It just feels... We can't put him in the bin, or can we?
No,
based on that shirt?
We can't put him in the bin. Do you know what I think is interesting with him?
What about his trim? Based on his trim?
Have a look at him. Have you heard how Liverpool fans talk about him? They're full
but they're deluded.
They're waxing lyrical about him.
And they're really happy at this. Like, anybody can come into your team when you're really good and you'll be like, he's the next best.
Do you know what's interesting about Liverpool? Their midfield that has been the engine room of that team for so long, and in terms of like individual talent, is elite. It's looking slightly lacklustre.
They need to do something.
And this could be a big season. You would have never thought this, but this could actually be a really big season for Carvalho.
So what do we have to base this off, though? His Fulham form, right?
I think we have to base it... No, I think we have to see into the future. I think we have to be a little bit clairvoyant and a little bit balls on the line for us. I think we have to say this is where he is going to end up.
You haven't told me to put my bias away on this episode.
No.
So my bias is fully intact. If we're going to see into the future, I see him having a dreadful time.
At Liverpool?
Yeah, tears, everything.
No.
Or do I want him to have a terrible time?
It's very hard to judge. See, I think he's going to have a big season. Think about their midfield.
No.
They're all so old.
Where are you going here?
For now, I'm going solid mid-table.
Okay, I don't... See, I thought you were trying to tempt me into going top 2. That's fair, because we can't tell if he's relegation form. No. We can't tell if he's getting the bin, and we can't tell if he's the top 2.
Right, he's up. Solid mid-table. Who's next?
Ooh.
Ah, okay.
Dejan Kulusevski.
Easy. The ginger from Sweden.
Yeah.
I think this is obvious.
Yeah, I think this guy has the potential to be world class.
I think he is world class. I think the way that he plays the game is brilliant. He's taken to the Premier League like a duck to water. And do you know the biggest compliment I can pay him? I feel like he would have been a better signing for Man City than Jack Grealish. I think he is more in keeping with the way Pep Guardiola plays football.
Also, what's I think a big compliment to him is, he's a kid.
Yeah, I know.
He's still a young talent. He plays like he's an experienced head.
Yeah.
Like 26, 27 years old in the peak of his life.
Totally.
He's a top talent. Close to perfection, world class.
I think he's world class.
Okay,
I think annoyingly we have to put a Tottenham.
With that.
We have to put a Tottenham player world class, which doesn't sit comfortably, but it is completely accurate.
But the one thing I was going to say though, when we put someone in world class as these are the Wayne Rooneys of the world, so the Michael Owens of the world. So you think Kulusevski is going to be the top, top of the top here? It's going to be very hard to get above him. Is what we're saying right now.
Yeah, I think that's correct. I'm just doing it in my head now. I can't think of a more outstanding youngster than Kulusevski. I think Kulusevski is the jewel in the crown. He is the best youngster, therefore the world class, and I think everything else will kind of feed off him. But there isn't a better young player in the league than Kulusevski. I feel like I'm making a rod for my own back here, but there isn't anyone.
You probably are, because we're going to turn over some cards in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think you're right. He does strike you as an experienced player when he's clearly not. Right. Ooh, Anthony Gordon.
Good player.
The only person that came out of Everton with any credit last season.
Rate him highly.
But he was surrounded by a crap.
He didn't have a particularly good team, but he was integral, not the vital component, but he was integral to their survival. He also plays with his heart on his sleeve. He's very attack-minded. He does a job for the team. He'll play as a false nine when he's not that. He'll play as a centre-forward when he's not that. I think he's a really good player. I think he's a really good player.
I think we're going mid-table, yeah? Because no one's telling me anyone ever. He's
had a better impact than Sessegnon in terms of.
So then that maybe means we drop Sessegnon.
Okay, you can do that if you want.
Let me just show you something. Does that look right? That doesn't look right, all right?
I think it does.
You're telling me Anthony Gordon, you've watched him play football and you've thought this fella's close to perfection?
When I've seen him play with his heart on his sleeve, he plays against Chelsea, I think he was very good. Plays against Liverpool, he's running the channels,
yeah,
he's
but
constant.
That's because everyone around him is rubbish, so it looks like because he's working hard and everything, it's like, oh my God,
but that's almost,
who is this guy
but that's
running?
That's even more of a compliment to him. The fact that he looks like the best player in the team when he's a child.
What if we did this then? Okay. Does that look better?
I mean, I still think that Anthony Gordon deserves to be...
I think he's solid mid-table, bro.
Anthony Gordon, this summer that we've just had, if Anthony Gordon had got a move to say...
Where's he going then?
Well, I think anybody could have signed him.
No. You think top 6 teams signing him?
I think if Anthony Gordon played for Chelsea, he'd start.
No, he wouldn't.
Better player than Christian Pulisic.
He wouldn't.
It's Christian Pulisic.
He wouldn't start. He wouldn't start for Chelsea, man.
He's a better player than Pulisic.
I think you're overrating him a little bit.
Okay, I'll tell you, I'm not going to die on his hill. We'll leave him there and then we can maybe amend.
Solid mid-table, I think is fair.
Okay,
Bukayo Saka. I think we're probably being unfair on Sessegnon now.
Bukayo Saka. Now, this is a player where I think most people watching this video are going to expect an incredibly generous appraisal from you.
Well, you're not getting it from me.
Where?
I don't know if I'm just fed up of Arsenal fans, but I'm sick of people telling me how great and... First of all, they keep calling him star boy, and he's not that kind of player, yeah? He's a hard-working young man. He's a great chap by the looks of things. He's a decent footballer. But people going on like he's potentially world-class, I can't see it. And he's definitely not close to perfection.
I agree with your first half of that sentence. I don't put him in the world-class category. I don't think he's as good as everybody else seems to think he is. But I equally think he's far better than solid mid-table. So where I would put him, I think he slots snugly and beautifully into close to perfection.
Can we make a tier in between solid and close to perfection?
No.
Because perfection
unless
you're
really good at arts and crafts, and quickly, no.
I'm really good. Here's what I made earlier and that.
It's either close to perfection or world class. They're the two options. And I don't think he's world class, but I don't think you can put him anywhere else on the table.
I rate the other young lad at Arsenal a bit better than him. All right, I'll listen to you for now, but let me just put it over here. I feel like he shouldn't be anywhere near the word perfect.
Bukayo Saka is on, and now we are discussing Conor Gallagher.
See, Conor Gallagher's better than Saka, in my opinion.
I think Conor Gallagher's season last year at Palace was a revelation. Like, nobody would have anticipated him having that kind of season. Nobody would have anticipated Chelsea fans saying, I wish that the Chelsea player on loan at Palace was starting for Chelsea. Like, that's where we were last year. Like, when I think about what he brings to a team, it's everything that we're not. Like, if you were to describe him in one word, busy. I love that, just lively,
he's got the quality
busy
as well.
footballer.
You know when you normally say that about footballers, he's busy, he's hard-working, energetic. It's normally things you say about someone who hasn't really got the quality.
He's got the skill on the ball, eye for a goal. This is close to perfection, isn't it? It's got to be.
Yeah, I mean...
You're not getting in the
put
Chelsea
Saka
team.
there, so
Chelsea finished in the top 4. And therefore, the fact that he would have got in the Chelsea team and will get in the Chelsea team...
And he played for Palace.
Yeah, I mean...
Which was hard work.
Yes.
Well, actually, Vieira's doing quite well, but nevertheless. Oh.
How much do you know about Julian Álvarez?
I don't know a whole lot, but I've got a feeling he's going to be good.
Scored on his own.
Like he's going to score a lot of goals, I think. If we're saying strikers, let's say, because Erling Haaland's a young striker, right? He'd be in the world-class bracket, wouldn't he? And I feel like he's just off that.
Yes.
So I'd probably go close to perfection. But I reckon he ends up having a longer and maybe better career at City than Haaland. Just because it's unexpected. The expectations on Haaland are so high.
I agree. That's what I've been saying for ages.
Expectations there.
In terms of where you're thinking of ranking him, Alvarez, like I've seen him play one game, to be honest.
Yeah, that, based on Premier League, is hard, isn't it?
I've seen him score a goal on his debut.
I think he'll score a lot of goals for City.
Where do you want to put him here? Because I think I'm going to have to defer to your superior knowledge.
I'd go... You're looking at one of the two under world class. But I think when you sign for City, you're not a solid mid-table.
No, you're not.
Talent,
simply being in the City team means that you're a class act. But scoring goals for City, playing for City, there's a statement in that. Like sitting on Man City's bench pretty much makes you a world-class footballer. Look at the players that sit on the bench.
He's going to score goals for them.
He's close to perfection. Simply by process of elimination, he has to be a perfect,
I wish we could
footballer.
just be bitter and put him at the bottom.
It'd be quite funny. OK, here's one that I don't think I'm going to share the love that a lot of people will. Emile Smith Rowe. Tailed off a bit towards the end of last season.
It was interesting to me that they had to sign Odegaard. Because, you know, when you had this guy coming through, they gave him the number 10 and it was all Emile Smith Rowe and this, that and the other. And then they went and signed Odegaard. I thought that was a bit weird. Because if he's so good, why are you signing Odegaard?
Yes. I mean,
obviously you need depth, but you don't have two young players in that position.
No, and Odegaard is definitely superior. Like, Odegaard is definitely... Like,
but Odegaard is a huge talent.
Yeah.
Would you rank him higher than Craig Gordon? Is his name Craig Gordon?
No,
Anthony
who's
Gordon?
a keeper? Who's
Craig
a keeper?
Gordon played for Hearts.
Sunderland keeper, yeah. Didn't Roy Keane spend a fortune on him at Sunderland? I think I would put him slap bang solidly in the middle of mediocrity. Solid mid-table.
Yeah, I think that's fair. He won't have that number 10 shirt.
Big potential.
Will he?
He needs to have a big season.
Someone will go there and...
Or he will elevate his performances. He'll have to have a really good season to keep hold of it.
I don't see him at Arsenal in 3-4 years.
He doesn't start. In their best 11, he doesn't start, does he? He's not getting in... Like, Saka is in their first 11.
No, but he was at one point.
Yeah, but he's not anymore. Martinelli's there and there's other players.
Now, Martinelli would be higher,
I think they're four... If you think about Arsenal's 4 attackers, Arteta likes to have those 4 players that all buzz around and all chip in with between... Call it a dozen goals, right? He's not one of those 4. It's Martinelli, Odegaard, Jesus, Saka. So simply by not getting in an Arsenal team that didn't get into the Champions League, means you can't be better than mid-table. You didn't get into the team. Right. Rhythm is a dancer.
Great song. Based on a song, world class. Based on his ability. I see him going on to have a good career, but no, Man United.
Really? Huge words. Okay.
We've got many better young talents at Old Trafford.
Where do you put him on there? If he's not getting into the if he's going to ultimately leave Manchester United, you've got to put him in the bin. Be true to yourself.
No, you don't put him in the bin.
No, that's because he plays for Manchester United, though, and he's young. He belongs in the bin.
He's played for Sweden recently.
He belongs in the bin. If you're saying that he's not going to get in the Manchester United team...
No. See, you're using my honesty against me now. Yeah. So you want me to just come here and be biased every week?
Be true to yourself. Put him in a bin.
No.
Where are you putting him then? You're saying that he's ultimately going to have to leave Manchester United to play
solid mid-table or relegation.
But by saying that he's going to have to leave your club, is that not effectively confining him to the bin?
I don't think he belongs really near Smith Rowe and that. He scored in the Champions League though.
He's going in the bin, I'm afraid.
No, he's not in the bin. Come on.
Why isn't he in the bin if he's not getting into this Manchester United team that has been the worst it's been since the 70s? How can you not be in a bin in that
Sancho
context?
plays in his position.
Yeah, but you'd make it work, wouldn't you?
No, I think...
If he was good enough to contribute to the team, you'd make it work. Couldn't he have played through the middle?
No.
Maybe he should have more strings to his bow then.
If he played for Everton, you'd be saying he's close to perfection.
Yeah.
Because he'd stand out in a poor...
Yeah, but we have to judge them in the context.
I think relegation
If Ryan Sessegnon played for Queen's Park Rangers, he'd be world class.
I think relegation form.
I think the bin.
Do you remember last year, when he scored against Atletico Madrid? You were hyping him at that point.
Yeah, he scored against Atletico Madrid. I was basing it on him scoring a goal.
Yeah, so let's...
Yeah, but you've just told me that he's going to have to leave Manchester United, a Manchester United team that's in a perilous position.
A great
Okay, I don't agree with that. Just for the spirit of democracy, I don't agree with that. I've been overruled, and he's bigger than me. Finally.
Yeah, because, come on, man, in the bin.
Okay.
For a young lad. Can't put a young lad
This
in
is
the
a
bin.
class act. Harvey Elliott. This
Is he, though?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
No, he's wicked.
I hear it a lot.
He's wicked. He's class. If he played for any other club, he's very unfortunate that he plays for Liverpool. He's very fortunate that he plays for Liverpool because he plays for Liverpool and Klopp and with Salah and whatever else. But he's very unfortunate that he plays for Liverpool because if he didn't play for such a good team, if he didn't have to compete with some of the best footballers in the world for his position, last year, to get in the team, he would have had to displace Mane. This year, he's going to have to displace Núñez or Diaz or whatever. If he didn't have to do that, I think if he played, say he played for Chelsea, I think he plays as one of the front three. That's how good he is. He would be playing as one of the front three, but because he's at Liverpool, he has to evolve his position slightly, drop a bit deeper.
Does he look better because he plays for a better team?
No, I think it's harder to break in.
No,
but he's going to have a massive season this year because that Liverpool midfield, I think it needs rejuvenation. I think they should have signed Bellingham, to be honest, but they didn't. So now they're going to be relying on people like Elliott.
I'm willing to take your opinion on this because I haven't seen too much of it.
I'm putting him world
and
class.
I hear no. See. That's where we're going. He's not world class.
He is.
He's not.
He is.
But he's not done more than Conor Gallagher and even Saka. In the Premier League.
But we're making it.
Even, I don't even think he's got.
We're making it club relevant though.
Has he got more ability than Conor Gallagher?
But it's easier to get in the. It's easier to get in the Palace team. It's easier to get in the Arsenal team than it is to get in the Liverpool team. Okay. And he gets in the Liverpool team.
But is he? I don't think I've seen enough from him to put him above Conor Gallagher.
I would put him.
And we're not comparing him to a crap. Conor Gallagher's a very good talent.
No, I agree. I just think that he is.
Like Kulusevski has been scoring goals for Spurs and doing it week in, week out.
Yeah, but Conor Gallagher.
You've got to think about who else is there.
Conor Gallagher's been doing it for Palace.
So then he may be close to perfection. Solid. I was thinking solid, close to perfection. Not world class. If he was world class, if he was a world class talent, he's starting week in, week out already.
I think he will start for Liverpool this year.
Like Jude Bellingham was at Liverpool. Jude Bellingham starts.
When they needed goals against Fulham, they finished the game. He's on the pitch.
Yeah, but come on, man, world class.
He's a world class.
You're saying out of all these youngsters, he's the top one.
Partly because he's doing it for a world-class team. Doing it for a world-class team and playing for a world-class team needs to... Look, Elanga's not getting in a Man United team.
Yeah, but we've had that
No, but what I mean is that it demonstrates what...
But Kulusevski... All right, let's look at what Kulusevski's done.
Apart from Alvarez, nobody else is doing it at an elite club.
Kulusevski is.
He's not doing it at an elite club. Chelsea finished above
for an elite manager.
He's doing it for an elite manager. He's doing it for... Look, I rate Kulusevski. I've insisted that he's top drawer. But... It's easier to do it for Tottenham than it is for Liverpool.
Well, let's say there was an awards ceremony for this year. And on the front row, Kulusevski's sitting there and he's like, I've been world class this week. Lovely. Nice one, McKola and Rory.
What is this?
Appreciate it.
What is this
and then this fella comes and sits next to him on the world class row. He'd be like,
no, I think...
Why are you here next to me on this row? You don't belong on this row. You should be on the row behind me with Conor Gallagher.
You played for Tottenham, mate. He said, we had one of the best seasons that this club has ever had. Think about the rich history of Liverpool. One of the best seasons they've ever had.
But that's like saying Jonathan Greening was a world-class talent.
If Jonathan Greening was starting every game for Manchester United...
He doesn't start every game.
He will feature, and he plays an
integral
role.
No, but he will. If he was world-class, he starts every game. Dejan Kulusevski starts every game.
So where do you want him to go?
He shouldn't be above Saka or Gallagher.
Alongside?
Maybe, yeah. I feel like there should be a tier in between, but we've already noted we can't do arts and crafts. So I'm happy for him to go at the end of that.
Okay, I would have said world class here. I think we've been slightly harsh on him.
I think we've been fair.
I think
we've been
harsh. And if we're
too
totally honest, that's there. That's
no.
That's the truth.
We're going to start doing these things.
No, but that's the truth. I actually had a bargaining chip that I didn't cash in on a previous episode. When
you can't.
I think I'm redeeming my coupon now. Elanga, if he doesn't get into a Manchester United team, by your own words, he needs to leave Manchester United to start.
Yeah, he's not good enough for Man United.
But not being good enough for Manchester United means you're in a bin.
But you shouldn't be below Ryan Sessegnon.
You put him there.
Also, Gordon, if he played with your boy Craig Gordon, if he played with him, he stands out. He also has made a Sweden international debut.
If you aren't getting in this Manchester United team, I have no idea whether that's impressive or not. To be totally honest with you. Like, that's either really good or fairly average, and neither of us know the answer to that, do we?
Doesn't Kulusevski play for Sweden?
Yeah, he's a ginger from Sweden.
Yeah, so, yeah, he gets in the same team.
I think that's perfect. I'm really happy with that.
Anthony, I don't agree with that.
I'm very happy with it. I think that we've done a stellar job there, but if you disagree, will you do us a favour? Will you comment below? Let us know. Do you think that we've got this right? Do you think that I've been too harsh on Elanga? Do you think that perhaps we've been too generous to Kulusevski? Let us know what you think and make sure that you click subscribe. We will see you all on the next video.